this video's a little bit different, well, a lot different, because I thought I would look through all of my old art, and there is a lot of old art. I thought it'd be fun for you to see how I've improved and how my interests have changed, and just the gradual progression of getting better at art. Because a lot of this, it's very, very bad. Some of it's a bit strange, so here we go, I'll get going. I'm going to try and do this in age order, but it's going to be quite hard because I don't really know when I did things. I'm just going to go off, like, memory. Here's some of them. I've got a big pile over there of things. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is heavy. Emily's certificates. Right, this is just full of, like, you know, in primary school and you get certificates. Was it Friday? Friday was certificate day, certificate assembly. All my certificates went in here and I've still got them. But if I remember rightly, there is also some art in here. Okay, here's the first thing I found. A little bit of a dog sat in a basket. I remember at the time when I did this, being dead chuffed with myself. But, you know, I was probably like 7. I did this. I used to really like Lego, which I think will become apparent throughout this video because I used to draw a lot of Lego people. I used to get Lego magazines delivered to my house every month because I was that cool. And there was a competition in it to design a Christmas themed stamp. I think I was a runner-up or something. And I got a Lego set. I got a free Lego set. Okay. First off, I was in the primary school cheerleading group. Have a look at them beauties. Don't know why I made them all wink. I must have thought it was cool. Parrot boy. Little peg leg. Oh my god, Moshi Monsters. On the Moshi Monsters website, there was a bit where you could submit art and they would show it all. So I spent ages, I remember this took me like a solid week to draw. And then I went to go and submit it. And you only had to be a member to submit it, so forget that. I was gutted. I like that one, that was my favourite character. Why is that pig just floating? He's not even touching the ground. That's just such a classic thing you do when you're a kid. Just make the sky a stripe and then just don't draw any of the sky anywhere else except one stripe. Oh, and also put the sun in the corner. I feel like everyone did that. Oh, yikes. That's rough, that is. I don't want to speak anymore about that. I used to really like Jacqueline Wilson, and if you think that looks good, it's because I traced it, so, and I'm pretty sure I traced all these Jacqueline Wilson things, because I used to get the Jacqueline Wilson comic. I remember doing this was in year 6, but I remember being dead proud of myself for doing that. Whoa, Emily. There she is. I mean, the bubble writing's not too bad. I'll give you that, past Emily. Right, now we're getting into sketchbooks. If I remember rightly, this is the first one I did, but I've got quite a lot, so I can't remember the order. This sketchbook is so thin, you can just tell I've ripped out so many pages out of that. I used to love doing that. You just draw a scribble and then you colour in the different sections of the scribble. Emily's money. I don't know why I decided to keep checking my money. £66. Not bad, that's quite a lot. Oh my god, these are all the stickers. I used to, like I say, I got the Jacqueline Wilson magazine and they came with quite a lot of stickers. So having fun with stickers. Oh, blowing heck, they did come with a lot of stickers, look at all them. Check her out, bit of a model situation going on. I like that hand, quite claw-like. For some reason I tried to do a comic about, I don't know, a hot dog? A hot dog in the snow. A bit strange. Emily's iPod, let's see what songs I was into. No idea. Lady? Lady Gaga. Having fun is fun. That's right, that's true. Oh my gosh, Milo. Fish Hooked. Anyone remember Fish Hooks? It was on like Disney XD or something like that. Bit of fractions, practicing my maths, very nice. Bit of a pineapple, SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, Christmas list. What was I into? Lego stuff, Build-A-Bear, Club Penguin, Candyland, Cool Land. I think Candyland's a bit more successful than Cool Land. I'm going to zoom through the rest of this because I've got a lot to get through. Alright, there we go, that's that. I think this is the right order. Some little characters. I think they're quite cute actually. Emily's bedroom when older. Well, I can inform you, Emily, that it looks nothing like that. Actually, I do have blue walls, so that's accurate. I used to write songs. I'm not gonna sing it because it's bad. Guitar Girl. Oh, DS. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I did it like an actual DS, opening and closing. Lego Pet Shop. Right, this is a Lego set, and it was like 2 buildings joined together, and I wanted it so much. It cost £120, but I saved up for ages. I do now indeed own the Lego Pet Shop. Fish. Another song, which I can confirm will be very bad. Check it out, wizard boy. That's not too bad, that. I think I probably copied it though. Disco Dan. I used to always draw him. Oh, Rabbids! Anyone remember Rabbids, the game? It was called Raving Rabbids Go to the Moon or something. It was like a Wii game where you had to like run around and collect items, so you had a pile to climb higher to the moon. I used to love that game. Fun memories. The Simpsons. It's the end of my book, but don't be sad because I'll get a new one. Do you hear that, guys? Don't be sad because I did indeed get a new one. Alright, that's a nice front cover. Emily's book. Whoa, she stepped it up a bit. Bit of a castle, rainbow, and sun shining. Pylon. Yes, of all the things in the world to possibly draw, I'm drawing a pylon. Here's another song I wrote. Feel free to pause and read. It won't be fun and you will regret reading it, but you can if you want. In primary school, we had a lesson where we had to come up with a poster for a toy, and I came up with this thing called Rah-Rah Bots. A robot stuffed animal thing. Land of adventure. David Beckham. The best day ever. It was a fun family day out. David Beckham. That's a bit of a weird celebrity to choose. Oh, he's back again, Disco Dan. Lego! I love Lego. Lego is so cool. Lego is the best toy ever. Alphabet. Pyramid. Fashion! Eesh. Hey, I like them. I think these are the lyrics for Call Me Maybe. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. That's a bit odd. I don't know why I wrote them down. Right, oh, actually, I was lying to you. I think this book came first out of everything. When I was younger, I wanted to become like a fashion designer. So, let's have a look through this. Fashion! I always used to draw my faces like this. I used to give them basically no forehead, the most round head going. I remember I had a little stencil that I would trace to get the shape, but the stencil did not include the hands, hence that abomination right there. Oh, I've stepped it up a bit. I had one of them, don't know what you call it. It was like a light thing that would project the shape of things that you put on top of it and you could trace around it. Some random aliens at the back. Right, that's that book. Okay, next up. I'm guessing this book I did around year 7, year 8. I don't really know what's going on this front page. I guess I was in a collaging mood. Got little flaps and everything. Oh, check this out, right? Whoa, check that out. That's a bit cool, isn't it? Some faces. I think around this time was when I started trying to get better at drawing faces in cartoons. I think this was homework for GCSE. Some more characters. Looks like this is drawn in biro pen. I used to really like drawing in biro. I went through a phase of doing caricatures, and that's one of my mum, and I remember her being not very flattered when I showed her this. That's so unflattering, wow. Yeah, I used to want to be a caricature artist as well. I thought it'd be quite a cool job, so I was practicing some. They're not the best though. That's my brother. I made him look very feminine. I think I had a go at trying to draw bodies. Don't know what that pose is. It's a little bit stiff. What's going on there then? A floating head in the middle of a fireball. Oh, and there's another face with a watercolour background. Those ears are ridiculously small. Right, I found just like a bunch of loose sheets which aren't in a sketchbook. So these are going to be in a very random order. You know, in high school you have to have that journal which you write your homework in. I would do a lot of doodling during lessons. I drew this as a Christmas present for my family. My family play poker, like poker nights. So I drew the poker event. Oh, we got a biro pen face. Maybe I was in year 10. I think that's right, so like 14. Prepare yourselves for this one. Boom. A self-portrait, I do believe. You know what, you gotta start somewhere. I'm assuming, well, I had long hair, so I'm gonna guess year 7. I remember spending so long doing all that detail. I actually think that's quite a cool idea, doing the underneath the tentacles in pen and then doing the rest of it in watercolour. If anybody has been watching my videos from the very beginning, you will recognise this because this was the thing I did for my first ever intro. My intro to my videos used to be a little clip of me just drawing this, but fast forward it up. So if you recognise this, wow, you've been here a long time. Oh, this is really fun. This is fun. I like this. I'm gonna guess I was in year 6/year 7, and I used to really like Adventure Time. So I made a little book of all the characters. Disco Danny's there again. You can't be stopped. Jake and Beemo. Lumpy Space, she was my favourite character. I used to like her. Finn. Princess Bubblegum. I remember being quite proud of that when I did it. Marceline. I went through a phase of just drawing weird creatures and aliens. Looks a bit creepy, to be honest. I don't know why. Where on earth that came from. Some weird bat. More alien, weird creature things. Groovy. Oh, this was for year 11. Homework that we had to do. This is a blast from the past. I think I wrote a bit of a story. Look at the state of that. It looks like a spoon. Right, that's all the loose bits of paper that I've got. Right, what should I show you next? Right, this next thing I'm going to show you, I feel like it might bring back a lot of memories for some people, because I feel like a lot of people had this exact same book. It was a Wreck This Journal. But it was like a thing you could buy in bookshops, and like every single page had a different like thing to do. So I did a nice bit of collage on the outside. I don't think I did really that much of it. I think I lost interest quite quickly in this book. Colour this entire page. Oh, fill this entire page with circles. I think this page, it said chew on this. I think it wanted you to like rip the page out and chew it, but I was like, ooh, yuck, 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 not going to do that. So I just drew some bubble gum on there. Climb up high and drop this journal. I think I just threw it from the top of the stairs, but I drew a nice mountain, very nice. Ooh, that's cool, bit of a paper chain. Cover this page using only office supplies. I actually did this morning. Well, it was just covered all in the sticky notes and it looked really boring, and then I was just bored this morning, so I covered it in tape and drew a bunch of stars everywhere. Close the journal, write and scribble all over the edges. That I did do. Make a sudden, destructive, unpredictable movement with this journal. I'm gonna set it on fire. Make a mess, clean it up. Drew a jigsaw and did said jigsaw. You know what, it'd probably be quite fun to go back and try and do some of these pages. This is the journal we got given in high school to write all your homework in, and I completely defaced it and scribbled all over it, and I would draw in pretty much every lesson. So I think this was year 11. I also think I did a video on this book ages ago because I was quite proud of it, but looking back at it now I'm just a bit like, oh, it's questionable. You've got to start somewhere, and you just keep improving and improving. I think I was just kind of getting into like trying to draw cartoon faces and things. I used to draw them with these big ears and noses. So I used to really like drawing eyes. It was just one of them things that if you didn't know what to draw, it was just, I'll just draw an eye. Oh, check that out. That's fun. Octopus. I used to draw them a lot as well, like fish all clumped together. Oh, that's a bit creepy. Eyeballs with wigglies coming off. I always used to like draw lines like wiggling out of each other, looking like they were like folding in on each other. That was a go-to doodle of mine. Actually, I think this is probably one of the best things in this entire book. Tell I've definitely improved. That's fun to see the improvement of, for example, let me get it back. Definitely see the improvement from like this to this. I mean, I know it's done in completely different, it's done highlighter, this is done in pencil, but still you can see the improvement. You know what I might do at the end of this video? I'll try to line up a bunch of portraits that I've done to see the gradual improvement, getting better. And that'd be quite interesting to see. Really proud of that. And I think I drew that without even using a reference or anything. I just drew it from my head and I was like, wow, that's the best thing I've ever drawn. To be an astronaut, that's quite cool. And eyeballs, again, I used to really like drawing eyes. That's cool. You can definitely see like there's an improvement from these eyes to these eyes. Like, I feel like these ones are a lot more accurate. Like that eyebrow is way too close to that eyelid, like there's barely any space. But here, like I'm starting to understand like the proper anatomy of an eye, so it's cool to see I've improved just in like that short amount of time. Oh, bits of maths, what is that? Fractorizing or something? And I think that's that. Okay, this book, I'm gonna guess I started in year 10. Some of the first ever videos I did on YouTube, the drawings for them videos are in this book. This is it, this is the one. This drawing was the first ever drawing I did for a YouTube video. If you scroll back to the first ever video, you'll be able to see this being done. Even though I found my old videos really cringy, I don't want to take them down because I just think it's nice for people to see the improvement. You start small and you just get better and better and better. And like the only way you can get better is by practicing. Jennifer Lawrence, that's not too bad. Not really that much contrast. I could definitely have gone darker with the pencils. Like she looks very, very pale. Mermaid. Another mermaid. That's a bit of an odd body position. Dragon's head. Oh, another dragon. I think I had a dragon phase. That one's pretty cool, I like that one. Leonardo DiCaprio. Ballerina. Octopus. Okay, next up we got this book. I'm guessing I was around like year 10, year 11 when I did the things in this book. I used to really like drawing these fish characters. Oh, that is really fun, I like that. Which I think is really interesting just to see how much my style has changed. Like, if you look at this and compare it to the work I'm doing now, you'd think it was done by two completely different people. Let me show you an example of the work I'm doing now. I'm doing just like fun little landscapes and things like that. It's what I'm interested in at the moment, and if you just compare this to that, it's like, were they drawn by the same person? Oh, we've got more caricatures. Back when I had my caricature phase. Oh, would you look at that? Bit of a self-portrait again. I've drawn myself a lot, haven't I? I'm pulling a bit of a weird expression now, but I think it looks like me. My eyes are a bit funny though. I've got this big yellow book, but I don't really think there's much in here. Right, this is when I got 500 subscribers, I did this little piece of art for a video. Oh, memories. Did another portrait of an actor I liked. I feel like this was a real turning point in my art. Like this, when I did this, I was like, wow, I've definitely improved a lot. Okay, next I'm gonna go through all of my high school art lesson sketchbooks. So here we go, this is year 7. I was predicted a 5B. I only got a 4A. Oh, that's dodgy, that is. First page looks just a page of scribbles, to be honest. Don't know what that is. Festive scene, a bit of a Christmas winter scene. Grasshopper looking thing. Grasshopper, or is it praying mantis? Dunno. Oh, there's another one. Bit better, looks like watercolour and like crayon. I remember being so proud of this, and then like the teacher, she showed it as an example to everyone. I was like, oh my goodness, I think I might be good at art. Year 8. Oh, okay, this has just brought back so many memories. I feel like we spent the entire year just drawing spoons. I was not impressed. Another spoon! A teacup. Abomination of a collage going on there. What on earth? That looks so bad. Very small. Very small for quite a big page. Yeah, that's questionable. Right, I'm just going to prepare you because the horse on the next page, it really does not get better. Yeah. Look at the state of that. It looks like someone has just like pew, squished his little nose in. It needs to be like way bigger the nose, but that bit, if you ignore the nose and just look at that bit, that's not too bad. The nose really lets it down. So that was year 8, moving on to year 9. I remember this being inspired by an artist, but I can't remember the name of the artist. Oh, actually it'll be in here, I reckon. Oh, there it is. Erika Ackerlund. I remember this being homework. That's fun, I like that. I remember being dead proud of that, and I took it home and I coloured it all in. Oh, cute. Oh, and then we had, I remember we drew like anime characters for quite some time. Oh, okay. There's a picture of me. Got a bit of a weird smile there. Like retracted my lips in when I smiled. I didn't really learn how to smile properly until like I was quite old. I used to smile by just like retracting my lips into my face. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Oh, wise words, Emily. Draw Bruno in the box. Oh, I remember being really proud of that. Okay, moving on to year 10 now. Year 10 is when things really stepped up because that's when you got to choose your options, so things were taken a little bit more seriously with that. Right, little story about this book. I made a video showing all my year 10 work, obviously ages ago, and for some reason, I don't know why, but it's my most viewed video on this channel. It has like a ridiculous amount of views, and it really annoys me that, obviously it's nice that it has that many views because it brings people to my channel, but it really annoys me that that is my most viewed video because, I don't know, I don't really think it's that good, and obviously I've improved a lot since year 10, so it brought people into my channel, so I'm grateful for that. Okay, I've changed to holding the camera because my desk is too small to fit everything on. Work about some artist person? Whoa, check that out, that's deep. Violence, torture, murder, freedom, privacy, justice. I think this was all work promoting like a charity, Amnesty International. Oh, I thought this was cool when I did it. Look, it's got a flap. Oh, that was fun. You had to draw a galaxy bar and we like do a little advert for it. So good, it's out of this world. Oh, I think this was a page inspired by playing cards. Elements. We had to create playing cards inspired by the elements. think year 10 I really stepped it up. You can see a definite improvement from my work in year 9 to year 10. I think that's just because we were doing art a lot more often, because obviously it was an option. So we went from doing art like twice every 2 weeks to now, I think it was 5 times every 2 weeks. A bit about David Bowie. I think this was happened when David Bowie passed away, so we did a page all about him. And then here's some work inspired by an artist. Remember, this took so long, having to draw all that. Did it all in biro pen. We got another self-portrait going on. So we've gone from that, and then we've gone to that. So yeah, a big improvement, but there's obviously still a lot of mistakes, and still doesn't really look like me. Got a parrot, that's quite cool. And then some more drawings. And that's about it for that book. I'm not going to show any work after year 11 because that gets into A-levels, and then that's pretty recent, so it's not really that interesting to look at because it wasn't really that long ago. Let's have a look in here. I can't remember what these were called. They were like, it's like a microscope. It's like these creatures under a microscope look really cool, and we had to draw them. Can't remember what they were called though. Oh, here we go. Radioariums are minuscule plankton found under the sea which can only be seen with a microscope. So I think this is them under the microscope. This we scanned in the printer and inverted it so the colours switched around, and then that's what we stuck onto the outside of our books. Oh yeah, we did a bunch of pottery, like clay things, but I don't really know where they are now, so I'm not going to show you them. Diane Lublinsky. Some things from under the sea. Oh, that's that. It's a very empty book. We had to just spiral up loads and loads and loads of bits of paper and stick them down. I think it was like inspired by coral. I just remember that taking so long. I remember having to get my mum to help me spiral them up because it just seemed like I was spiraling forever. Right, now this, I remember this being for my, like the exam unit of year 11. Get the actual paper and you have to pick like a question to do, and I chose detail. It's front cover, and I cut out the words and then I stitched in between all of the letters to like create that sort of webbed effect. I think I did portraits, and then just because the word was detail, you could pretty much do anything with the word detail. So some collage, some inspiration. Oh, here we go. I think this is when I first started trying to use paints, because like before this I don't really think I've properly used them before. Artist research. Ooh, got a little flap going on here, that's quite cool. This is one of my first ever paintings that I did in, I think I did acrylic. And then moving on, started doing some in coloured pencil, some more portraits. Oh, this is just bringing back so many memories. Another self-portrait of myself. That one, I think that one actually does look like me. Drew my mum and my brother. A bunch of different positions. Human anatomy. And then from that I just moved on to skulls and did this thingamabob. Flaps and stuff going on. Oh, and then we've just got a bunch of bubbles. Right, last thing I think I'm going to show you before this video ends, because I imagine this video is getting pretty long now. I've been speaking for a very long time. Is a portrait I painted of my brother. I remember this was my mock piece for my year 11 exam. Yeah, it's just cool to see how much I've improved. I think my colour mixing has gotten a lot better, and I just paint in a completely different way. Like I used to blend out all the colours, and now I don't really bother with blending. Right, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and line up a bunch of portraits that I've done, starting from the oldest one I can find to a newer one, and I just think it'll be really interesting to see the improvement. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so that is everything. That's all the art I could find from growing up. I hope this video was fun to watch. I know it's a bit different. I'll be back next week with a draw with me probably. Just thought it'd be nice and interesting for you to see the improvement, and we could just have a good old giggle at my old poop art. So there you go, I hope you enjoyed this video. I also just want to say, you know, if you are new to art or starting out, or even if you have been doing art for a while but you know your work isn't of like a certain level, like, don't put yourself down about it, because it just does take time to improve. You know, you can see how much art I've done. I've been drawing pretty much every day for like the past couple years, so it just does take a lot of time and a lot of practice. So like, don't put yourself down if you're not really happy with the art you're creating. It just takes time. It's one of them things. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye. I'll do a little twinkle to exit.